What's going on, guys? I am Chucky Man and welcome back to another theory video for Call of Duty Zombies. So in today's video we're going to be talking about the Raven that keeps on coming up in Black Ops 3, and more specifically how that affects zombies and just what the Raven is. So if you don't know, in the map Dreisendrach or Dreisendraha, there is a Raven as you leave the spawn room that is sat up on a ledge, and you can shoot it down and it'll just explode and you'll kill it. So there's been a lot of speculation about this Raven and about like how it might be a hidden Easter egg or something just smaller than that. But what I'm thinking is that it is something to do with the story, but not something that we'll know right now and something that we might need to figure out in like the future. So if you didn't see it, NoJ456 did an interview with Jason Blundell for the launch DLC 2, and within that DLC he was asking questions to Jason. So one of the questions he asked was, what is that Raven sat there up on that ledge? And Jason gave a very cryptic answer, but it might possibly mean that it is something. But he said, "Oh, it looks like the Raven's eating seeds," and then that's all he said. That's all Jason said about the Raven. So yeah, what does this mean though? What is the Raven? Well, we see it and we can kill it, and that's it. That's it done. Nothing happens in the game whenever you kill it that we know of yet. So we're gonna go out with zombies a wee bit here, and we're gonna look at the storyline of Black Ops 3 in general, the campaign mode. And if you go into that, you will see that whenever you're like just going around in the campaign, more specifically in this frozen forest, which is a big part of it, there are ravens. Even in one of the cutscenes, there are thousands of ravens flying high above, just doing their own thing, flying around. And that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the campaign is in a way connecting to zombies. So whenever you complete a game of zombies, like you die or you just go down, that kind of thing. Whenever the game ends, you see a quick wee cutscene of this frozen forest at night. Okay, same forest that the characters are sitting on in the main menu, and the same forest Nikolai was in the memory segment. Alright, that same forest. So, that fact that that's connecting the campaign is interesting itself. But again, the Raven is in there, which means that the Raven has something significant to do with this frozen forest. Now, the frozen forest is a place that you go when you die in the campaign, kind of thing. I don't hold me in that because I don't specifically know. I did play through it, but it was confusing as anything to follow. But so yeah, you go there when you die, and you see these ravens, and that's I'm thinking that maybe the ravens symbolize death themselves. So if there's a raven in the real world, it means death's going to happen, and you're going to go to this frozen forest where all these ravens live. Okay? So what I'm thinking was that on Shadows of Evil, or not Shadows of Evil, sorry, Dreisendrach, there was a raven there, and that raven might have been symbolizing some sort of death. Alright, but whose death? Dempsey 1.0. There you go. Alright, it might have been symbolizing his death, and like kind of not foreshadowing it, but just showing that a death is going to happen, and you're going to see that. Now, that might not be 100% though, because from what we can tell on Zetsubo no Shima, we've not seen a raven yet. So maybe it doesn't, but maybe it does. So the ravens in this frozen forest, as I say, they're there whenever you die, and it's quite interesting how this all links together. And maybe whenever the characters die, or maybe even in like DLC 4 or something, they will go to this frozen forest. You'll see a quick cutscene, and there'll be ravens everywhere, and maybe you'll understand the bigger part of them and what they do. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention about the raven is that in Norse mythology, as we know, Jason Blundell loves to use his mythology and stuff in zombies. He does it all the time. But in Norse mythology, there are two ravens that go and basically collect information for the god Odin and bring it back to him so we can do this. Now, that's what I'd mentioned that because, we see the raven there on the ledge, but we also see like ravens in sets of two on the map. So we see them above like the wolf bow painting, one of the wolf bow paintings, see two ravens together. And what I'm thinking is that, basically maybe these ravens are there on the map, maybe they're like collecting information about the characters and they're going back to tell the Chronorium. I still can't pronounce that. I'm going to learn one day. The Chronorium. And like maybe we're wrong about the Chronorium. Maybe it's not a book. Maybe it's an actual person, a living thing. And these ravens are there like spying for it. Okay, I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but to be honest, it's a zombie storyline. Literally anything can happen. Alright, so I'm actually just going to leave that there because there's not way too much else to go on for this. It's there. We'll probably find out about it in future, but maybe we should just keep on thinking about Jason's wee hint about how it's eating seeds, or maybe that's just him, saying that just in general. Oh, look, it's eating seeds. Probably doesn't mean anything, but it's Jason Blundell. It could mean anything. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Thank you very much for watching this video. I have been Chucky Man, and I will see you next time. Bye.